I'm so sick. I'm so sick. How is he the president of the United States and he knew about Jeffrey Epstein with these girls, these underage girls? I got the messages. It proves here. And you know what? Oh my God, it's so sick. He knows. He know that Jeffrey Epstein was a monster. And all this time, he hasn't been saying anything. He's been going around lying, acting as if he don't know nothing about no Epstein files, acting like he don't know nothing about the relationship that Epstein had with these young girls, doing God knows what to them, traumatizing them. I mean, he destroyed their lives. And Donald Trump, he is guilty of it all. Okay, so honey, I want something to be done right now. The Democrats have did their big one with this. They expose Trump for knowing that Jeffrey Epstein was messing with these girls. It's in the documents, and the documents don't lie. The documents means facts. Y'all wanted facts? Well, here is your facts. So let's react and let's see what's going on out here in these streets. But I gotta let y'all know, they got the documents, the text messages, and the emails of Donald Trump going back and forth with Jeffrey. Okay, and he knew everything. Everything. He knew about it. And he's up in the White House lying. He don't want nothing to come out because he knew that he is a horrible person for that stuff. Okay, if he was a real man, if he stood on real principles and real morals and real values, he would come out and speak the truth. And he would run on truth versus running on lies. And I'm so sick of the lies. I am so sick of the lies. Check this out, y'all. Let's get the
House Democrats have just released new emails that prove that Donald Trump knew about Jeffrey Epstein's abuse and that Trump himself spent time with Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Email 1 is a direct correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who is his girlfriend who's spending time in jail right now. Epstein writes, "I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim has spent hours at my house with him. He has never once mentioned it to the police chief, etc." This email proves that Donald Trump knew what Jeffrey Epstein was doing and that he was also spending time with the victims himself and never said anything to the police. Email number 2 is a direct correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Michael Wolff. People who don't know, Michael Wolff is a controversial journalist and author who has written several explosive books about Donald Trump. Jeffrey Epstein writes, "Victim at Mar-a-Lago. Of course he knew about the girls." Email 3, Michael Wolff says, "I hear CNN is planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in a scrum afterwards." Jeffrey Epstein then says, "If we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be?" Wolff then responds, "I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime." This email is straight up about extortion and blackmail. If Trump says that he wasn't at the house, if he wasn't on the plane, which he was, seeing his name there before, they were basically plotting to have it over Donald Trump's head and said that if he says that he wasn't there, which he was, then they can use that for political currency. Here's the beautiful part about this. Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who didn't want to swear in Adelita Grijalba, who won Arizona's 7th Congressional District 7 fucking weeks ago, is finally about to be sworn in today. And when she's sworn in, she will be the last signature on the discharge petition to force a vote to release all of the Epstein files so we'll finally know the full fucking truth. Bitch, we haven't forgotten. Release the files.
House Democrats have released emails showing that Jeffrey Epstein stated that Donald J. Trump, the president of the United States, not only knew about his conduct, but spent time in Jeffrey Epstein's home alone with one of the victims. Let's take a look at the emails, guys. Now, this first email is from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell, which states, "I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Police chief, etc. I'm 75% there." And then the response is, "I've been thinking about that." Now, this email is between Jeffrey Epstein and Michael Wolff. It states, "Victim, Mar-a-Lago. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls. He asked Ghislaine to stop. Now, email number 3 is the most damning one, right? This one is between Michael Wolff and Jeffrey Epstein. Michael Wolff states, I hear CNN is planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either or on air or in scrum afterwards. Jeffrey Epstein responds, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? To which Michael Wolff responds, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on a plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey's a great guy and gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime. Note, the New York Times wrote up an entire article about this. I can go through that as well if you want, but I'm not shocked that something came up once the government shutdown ended. It seemed like that's where things was trending, and there's some things that kind of led to the government being shut down and the releasing of the Epstein files and whatnot. How do you guys feel about this? You feel me? If you don't believe that Trump was doing anything with Epstein and the victims, I think it'd be really hard for you to come up with an excuse for this one. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I bet there's going to be people saying that this is fake news or whatever they say. Yeah, let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Till next time, I'm out of here. You shitting me?